Welcome back, lottery fans. Today I've got a special pick 4 rundown for you that is going to be based on a very special date that's coming up. I'm going to go ahead and show you this rundown in 2 different states, and then as always go ahead and give it a try in your state and let me know down in the comments below if it starts working for you. And then of course at the end of the video, after we've done this, we'll go ahead and we'll do our scratch off ticket. I'm excited to go ahead and do the scratch off ticket because we've got actually 2 games on this. We've got one on the front and it's got an extra one on the back, so that should be exciting. We've been pretty hit or miss with our scratch off tickets, so maybe we'll win some money today. We're definitely due a winning based on the odds. But let me go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to show you how to do the rundown, and I'm going to explain to you what the special date is and how we're going to use it. And we're actually going to go ahead and use some date sums for this with a multiplier. So you'll definitely need a calculator for this one. I'm not even going to try and do this in my head. It would just take far too long. So grab your calculator, grab the Pick 4 rundown worksheet. This is our lines rundown worksheet. You can get it for free from lotterypredictor.com. It's in the resources section. Just download it, print it out, try this in your state. But I'll show you 2 different states today, and hopefully you can follow along with this and then give it a try yourself. And our first state is going to be Florida, and specifically the Florida evening pick 4. Now, as mentioned, the date we're actually going to go ahead is a very special date, and if you've been paying attention, you'll know that naturally this year is 2020. That's not the surprise. Everyone should know that we're in the year 2020 by now. If you're not, you've probably been living under a rock for the last couple of months. But 2020 is pretty unique because it's 2 sets of 20 for the year. While the date we've actually got coming up is February 20th, 2020. So when you put that all together, it's all 2s and 0s. So it looks pretty nice when you actually write that date down. So that's what we're going to go ahead and use for our date. February 20th, 2020. So as you see, when we write it down, it's all 2s and 0s. Now we're going to use that in a date sum, and then we're going to apply a multiplier, and I'll show you how to do that. But first, let's go ahead and get our base result that we're going to start off our calculations with. And to do this, I went to the past results for the Florida Evening Lottery in the Pick 4, and I went ahead and found out what was the result from a year ago. So the 20th of February in 2019 on the Florida Evening 4 was a 7318. So that's the number we're going to go ahead and use, and we'll put this in our top line here. Now you can go ahead and get the past results for your lottery website, your state's lottery website, or you can go to lotterypredictor.com. You can put in the date for your state and it will show you the past results for your lottery. Now, as mentioned, we're going to use this in a date sum. So we're going to take that date, which is 2/20, 2020, like so, and we're going to add all these numbers together. So we'll put plus signs all in here. And when you add all of those together, what you end up getting is the number 8. So that's what we're actually going to go ahead and use as our multiplier. As I said we're going to do a multiplier. So we're going to take this 7318, which was our result from a year ago, and we're going to multiply it by our date sum, which is 8. Now this is why you need a calculator, because we're going to get some pretty big numbers out of this. So we'll start with that 7318, and we'll multiply it by 8, and we get a 58544. Now we only need the last 4 digits of that, so that's what we're going to use, that 8544. And we'll put that in as our next number. Now the next line down, we're going to go ahead and multiply by 8 again. Now we're not going to bother clearing out the calculator because it doesn't make a difference with the actual result that comes out. We're just going to multiply 8 again. Saves us a lot of typing. We can go ahead and run through this fairly quickly. So we end up with an 8352 as those last numbers. So we'll put those down here. We'll multiply it by 8 again. We get a 6816. And once again, multiply it by 8. We're just going to keep going down. The 4528. And we're just going to keep multiplying by 8 and taking those last 4 digits. Now, if you've been looking along these numbers, you may have noticed we're seeing 8 featured quite a lot in these results, and it actually continues down. There's only a few numbers where we don't hit 8, and 6224 is one of those numbers. But there is actually a pattern on 6224 because 2 times 4 is 8 and 6 plus 2 is 8, so you've still got some 8s in there as well. So 8 is definitely a number for the Florida that we're going to want to pay attention to. Next one is 9792. Multiply by 8 again, we get an 8336. And once we've done all of these, we should have 10 numbers that we can start looking at. 6688. 2 more to go. A 3504. And last one is an 8032. Like so. And there we have it. Those are our numbers for the Florida Evening Lottery. Hopefully you're able to follow along with that. But not to worry, because I've got another one coming up right now. We can go ahead and you can see how it's done again. And this time, this state we're going to go ahead and do is going to be the Georgia Lottery. Once again, we're going to go ahead and do the Georgia Evening Pick 4. And as we said, this is going to be for February 20th, 2020, because that's our special number there. Now I went back and looked at the Georgia Evening Lottery results, and a year ago we had a 5856. That was our result. So we'll put that on our top line like so. Uses that. Now we're going to use that date sum again, which we said this was an 8 when we went ahead and did that date sum. So we're going to do the same again here. We're going to take that 5856 and we'll multiply it by 8. Now we're going to need to clear out our calculator here. We had a very large number there. Look at that. We're into the, I'm not even sure what we would call that number. So we're going to take that 5856 and we'll multiply it by 8. That gives us a 6848, because once again we're only taking those last 4 digits. Multiply that by 8 again. And we've got a 4784. Multiply by 8 again, and 8272. Multiply by 8 again, 6176. And we're just going to keep going down, a 9408. And as you see, 8s are still showing up pretty prominently in the Georgia results as well, which is nice to see. 8 is our date sum, and 8s are showing up in the results as we do this rundown, so that's a nice thing to watch. 2112, 6896, 5168, a 1344, like so. So there are the Georgia Evening Lottery rundowns. So there you go. There's 2 different states, Florida and Georgia. I said, give this a try in your state, and definitely let me know on 2020 if you play this, or if you just backtrack this and you're looking at it. Let me know if these numbers work in your state. I'll be curious to see. I'm definitely going to be tracking a lot of states to see what works. So let's go ahead and do our scratch off ticket now. As mentioned, we've got a fun one with one on the front, one on the back. We'll do the one on the front first. This is our Who's Your Lottery $5, $24 million in cash prizes, $150,000 large cash prize. We are looking for, it's our standard winning numbers. Scratch off the notes, see if we match. We're also looking for a money bag symbol, a 5x symbol for 5 times, and a $50 symbol to win 50 immediately. Let's go ahead and scratch off our numbers. We've got a 2, a 10, a 20, a 1, and a 4. Look at that, isn't that convenient? We've got a 2 and a 20, and we just did the 220 rundown. So maybe that's a sign. Maybe it's a good sign. All right, let's scratch off our first note. Oh, a 21, so close. Almost thought I'd won straight off the bat there. 46, 24, 14, and 48. So nothing on our first row here. Next row, we've got a 26, a 16, a 7, an 8, and a 43. So still nothing there. Third row, a 23, a 9, a 3, a 37, and a 17. So still nothing. All right, last line. Then we'll go switch to the back. We've got a 12, a 6, a 30, an 11, and an 18. So nothing on the front there, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and see our back game here, because we've got another chance to win here. We're looking for our 2 winning symbols here, scratching off our 10, and if we match any of our symbols we get the winner, and if we find a double dollar bag we're going to double the prize of the amount shown. So our winning symbols are a clover and a cookie. So we're switching from numbers to symbols now. We're looking for a clover and a cookie. Let's do this first line. We've got a crown, we've got a diamond, we've got a star, we have a banana, and what looks like, I cannot even tell what that is supposed to be. If anyone can make out what that is, show it up to the camera here. If it will focus, which it won't focus naturally, let me know. I have no idea what that is even supposed to be. Maybe it's a pineapple. Huh, that's a weird one. Alright, next line here, last line. We've got a wishbone, a lucky horseshoe, a key, last 2, a pot of gold, and a cherry. So no winner on the backside either. Ah well, never mind. We've still got several more of these $5 Who's Your Lottery cards to go, so maybe next time we'll get it. Alright, definitely let me know. Leave me a comment down below if this works for you. If you like these videos, give me a thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, definitely subscribe because you don't want to miss out on a lot of all the fun videos that we have here for rundowns. We're doing them every single day in some form, some kind of lottery numbers coming out, so definitely well worth subscribing. In the meantime, I'll be back with some more later on. Good luck, and I'll catch you on the next one.